Make the strings louder.
Alright guys, before we start this video, I just want to say a huge shout out to eSaabParts.com. Matt, one of the owners over there, he's helped me out a ton with basically finding parts, sourcing parts, giving me awesome deals and stuff on parts. So if you do have a Saab and it's in need of some parts, be sure to check out their website. It's eSaabParts.com. If you use the code MotionAutoTv, you get 5% off your order, and if you do over $99, it's free shipping. But I know I've actually kind of accumulated a lot of Saab guys that like my Saab videos, and so if you got one and it needs some stuff, like I said, the Griffin front bumper, all that stuff, little tail light clips, and just literally like everything down like that is in a factory service manual that like breaks it down like 100% to like the tiniest little nut and bolt, like behind like everything. Check out their website. Like I said, awesome guy, and just I don't honestly, like, I don't know what I would do for like those little finicky parts, other than buying a whole other car. Like, but yeah, check that out. Guy's giving me the stank eye over there. Anyhow, so the plan is today is to actually get this thing officially all buttoned up and actually installed in the car, and hopefully like running and driving, which shouldn't be too bad. Basically, we got it kind of lined up with all the pins and everything. I initially thought I was going to have some issues since the subframe on that engine was, or since that was hit so hard in the front, it bent this stuff. But it doesn't really look like it's too far off. I might have to do a little bit of pushing, but I got this basically all lined up, kind of stuffed the bolts up in there, and they all seemed to go in. So we should be good as far as that goes. Like I said the other day, this starter over here, probably won't be able to see it. Nope, you won't be able to see it. The starter has a lot of corrosion on the wires going to it, so I want to go ahead and maybe replace the starter, maybe just replace the wires going to it. So that involves basically moving the radiator, intercooler, all this stuff out of the way, and then coming over here, robbing this stuff off of here. The other thing I want to do is do the alternator as well, because the alternator on this one looks kind of funny looking, which it might be all right, but I'm assuming it sat in some water and probably not too happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess start plucking away on this thing, as well as removing the transmission, and then probably just replacing that pipe right there, because there's that little crack in that little bellow right there. So I don't want to be dealing with no exhaust leaks or anything. So yeah, we'll just start tearing this thing apart. Alright, so I was going to install this clutch kit. So this is a clutch kit I got from Maptune, which they're in, I believe they're in Sweden. But so this is, it's basically a Luke setup, from what I've been told, or I was reading a little bit, that it's kind of a reworked pressure plate, but like nothing, as far as like looking at this thing, nothing about it looks like it's been reworked. Like all these rivets look factory. It says Luke right here. You even look at the springs. I thought, you know, maybe they just like upgraded like the springs on here, and you can see that says Luke as well. So I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of confused in here as to what actually makes this thing like an upgraded like pressure plate. I mean, they could have even like painted it red or something to just make me feel good for putting it in, and it has the factory style, you know, solid clutch disc with the organic material. So I don't know. Dave seems to think that I could just use like a Cobalt SS like ACT disc. Just put like a 6-puck disc in there, and then it would probably grip a little bit better. Because these ones are rated to 450 Newton meters. You can see they put that on the box. But 450 Newton meters is like 330 foot-pounds of torque, which that's pretty much like one of these with a tune on it. Because stock they make like 280 foot-pounds of torque, I think.
I forgot to do the conversion before you ordered the part.
What? No, I did, and I asked the guy with the Saab parts, and he said he drove one. It felt just like stock. It's probably because it felt like just like stock. So, but he said he made, I think he went to like almost 150,000 miles on his clutch, his OEM stock clutch, when it was tuned. The clutch in my other Saab, I'm like 130,000 on it, and but it's kind of mad at me. Hello. So yeah, clutches for these things are kind of weird, and supposedly like Spec makes one with, because these are factory, they have a dual mass flywheel. You can see this is a replacement, like an OEM Buick Regal clutch that we got for Ty's car, because he has a 2-liter, and so you can see that's the dual mass flywheel. Ty. And oh yeah, who's that? And he I don't know. Eventually this thing's gonna go in his car, but this is a Sox or Shocks or however you say that. Which I think this is the better brand than the Luke, but Sox. But anyhow, like I said, clutches are weird. If you get like a non-dual mass flywheel, I guess these transmissions, they make you like a chattering noise or something like that. Part of me, because spec, I guess they make a steel dual mass or a steel single mass flywheel. And then I thought about doing that and then using a different, I don't know. Clutches like for these things are weird.
I feel like the whole chattering thing, I think we need to like put a non-dual mass in one of these, because I think the chattering thing is like people that aren't used to like normal clutches that drive Saabs.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, and part of me too almost wanted to get, like, when I was gonna do the one in my other Saab, I almost just wanted to weld it and then take it and have it, because I'm assuming it was gonna have like hot spots on it, like weld it, then take it and have it machined, you know, resurfaced. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm probably not gonna replace the clutch in here. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna go super crazy with the tuning right away, but either way, I don't think this thing would have necessarily held up. And then, like I said, my dad's gonna be getting my other Saab, so maybe we'll just throw it in there, see how it holds up in there, and go from there. So yeah, I went ahead and I replaced the starter on here, because this starter wasn't working at all. I just tried to like arc it right there, and it just didn't work. And then I went ahead and I pulled off the, I grabbed the alternator off of that car. So this is the new, not new, but like this is the alternator I'm putting back on here. So you can see this one, it's got all kinds of random crap on here. This guy was kind of corroded, all like rusty looking. So yeah, I'm replacing the cables going to it. You can see that right there. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I just need to put the front back on here. I got the new starter on there. And so I'm just gonna put that crap back on there. And then I guess I'm just gonna stuff it in, and then it should be driving. Well, hopefully driving by the end of the night. Or at least maybe for a test drive. But yeah, then I'm gonna put this Catless Downpipe in it. So it'll...
And that flex pipe.
Flex pipe. Oh, the flex pipe, yeah, because this one has the crack in it. You can see that. Cracked. All right, so I was looking at the little crack over here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. So I came over to this guy, and this is the one that had more miles on it, and it has an even bigger crack. Right there. So it doesn't, there's not any like black or white stuff right there. The exhaust, like inside of the exhaust manifold, is kind of lean or white, and I didn't see any like of that stuff coming out of here. So kind of what I did is there's another little flange right here. And so what I did is I tightened this one up, and then I moved it over as much as I could before I tightened this one up. So hopefully that'll keep it kind of butted up a little bit more, so you know it won't have as much, I guess, frustration on itself. But yeah, I guess I guess literally I could have probably just pulled this thing down, just banged the cat out and bolted it, like, and just went back in, other than worrying about all this other little stuff. But so I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt the cat on, put the other alternator on it, the heat shields, all that other crap, and it's going back in. So Alright, so I was just getting ready to install this thing. I was getting all excited. I was like, alright, here we go. We're just gonna smash it in. We're gonna be able to fire this guy up in like 2 hours. And I forgot about this over here. So you can see there's this bracket. It's kind of rusty looking. And then this thing, which is where it's supposed to plug in right there, which this isn't that big of a deal. I mean, I could probably make that work by just kind of, you know, wiggling it together, maybe taping it, just to keep the water out. But Then you get over here, and this is like the level sensor for the washer fluid. This is the power to the pumps, and then this is basically the wiring that goes down to the bumper light, or like the bumper harness and stuff. So I think this is the headlight harness right here that actually plugs into the bottom of like the HID headlight. So I guess I have two options. So I guess I could either cut and solder this off the other harness, or I can just replace the whole thing. But the only other bad thing is on this side of the harness, which I guess this side of the harness isn't bad. So it's pretty much only this engine bay harness that I'll really have to replace. So yeah, that won't be too bad, but it does go up under the fuse box, it goes up underneath the cowl, and then it comes over here, and it goes to this, and then it goes to this, and then it goes to this little pump over here, and kind of was already taking apart this over here. But these fuse boxes are really interesting. So you can see this is a flood car. There's no corrosion or anything in this harness, and like I said, it comes down right here. It goes up there, goes over there, and then it goes down and goes to like all the ABS sensors and all that stuff on that side. So yeah, that's something I guess I'm pretty much just either gonna have to do, or go ahead and, because I think this is the only plug that's really bad on that side, is I could probably just cut these wires and solder them. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna think about it for a minute. Alright, so I got basically this whole engine bay harness and all that stuff just in and kind of plugged in where it needs to be. I was kind of messing with this stuff for a little bit, trying to kind of tweak it and see if I could get away with not actually having to replace these. Because all this stuff right here is fine, this thing's fine, it's just that these things are kind of in a wonky spot. See how they kind of like go up and like weird? They need to basically like come up and go like real nice, like those ones over there. I can't believe that I thought I was actually going to get this thing like done or driving or whatever tonight. I mean, I guess that's kind of the lesson, or you know, for any of you guys who work on cars or plan on working on cars, you know exactly what I mean. Or basically, as soon as you think something's gonna happen within a certain time frame, it's just like, nope. So that's yeah, I'm gonna go home and I'll be back tomorrow. So we'll see if we could get it done tomorrow, but we're getting closer. Oh hey, everybody wonders why I like the Saab wagon so much, and this is pretty much why. You could throw a bunch of stuff in here. So you can see I stuffed this full new Griffin front bumper in here, and yeah, now I just need to move it in the shop. So like I said, this bumper kit came from eastsubparts.com, so that's them right there, eastsubparts.com. So anyhow, this it's pretty nice because it comes with everything. It comes with like a new under tray, because these things seem like they're always kind of beat up and all the little things on the side don't work. I wonder what that's the extra piece that goes on the bumper. The little grills, little honeycomb grills, a bunch of little extra pieces. I don't know what this is. Well, those are probably the actual side pieces. A new bumper foam. What else? I'm assuming this like is a duct to get like direct flow. Yeah, let's take a look at this thing, because I actually haven't looked at it yet. I know what they look like on the internet. So, and I got the one without the headlight sprayers, because I figured I don't ever want those and they'll just make your hood dirty anyhow, because this car technically does have the headlight sprayers. But yeah, so basically the main difference is the fog light section right there. It's a lot bigger, and that's what is in these bigger little plastic guys, and I also have the brand new Griffin grills too coming. Those things should be here tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. It's huge. Just clips in like that. So yeah, that's the new fog lights, and I'll insert a picture of what this thing is pretty much going to look like on there, but it's going to look really, really good. So basically what I need to do now is, last night I didn't get as much done as I wanted to do, but I'm going to run to town. I have to get paint. I got to get the paint coat off of here and then get a new spot weld cutter. I'm not going to get one of the super cheap Harbor Freight ones because those things just absolutely suck. They used to be actually decent, but run by DNS Paint and get some paint. Hardener for the clear coat because I'm probably just going to use a like a faster clear, and then I think I might end up having to respray this rear bumper too. So you can see it's got a scuff right here, it's got a little dent right there, it's got all the, like they used to back into it like the same thing all the time, and then this back door has like a nice little scuff on it that I didn't really pay attention to when I got it because I was just excited to get a new Saab. Has a little dent in the quarter. This door has a little dent down there, and then the side skirt, but I could replace that off of this car, but I can't replace the back door because of it's square right here versus it's rounded right here. So and some of the other cool things that are coming for this thing are I ordered like the little rear diffuser thing, so instead of this little black plastic kind of random looking plain thing right there, it'll actually kind of have like little, looks like a little diffuser though. It has a little lines and little things. I'll think of the name. And then I also have these vibrant exhaust tips right here. It's like 2¼ inch, I think is what the stock exhaust is, and then it goes to basically this that's a 3-inch or 4-inch tip right there, but kind of matches the profile of the bumper pretty well, and looks a lot better than the stock thing. But those are some goodies that will get installed later on, probably not today or tomorrow. Probably when I do the rear bumper stuff. And I'm also still figuring out who I'm going to have tune it. But yeah, the grills and everything should be here tomorrow, and the fog lights as well, because I got brand new fog lights for it. And yeah, so off to see the paint guy. Hey, where's EricThePaintDick.com?
DNS Paint Center.
How come you haven't started it yet?
It's in the works.
We're making mixing up some blue or some Nocturne blue for the Saab, and Eric just got back. He just had a baby. How many days?
2 weeks tomorrow.
2 weeks tomorrow. He had a baby, so he's been hanging out with the baby. But you got a nice healthy boy, and that's cool. But if you guys wonder why I have so much random paint in the shop, it's because they have this like random like either like, I don't know, mess up pile, or I don't know what you'd call it. People buy stuff and they don't come pick it up, or they don't buy it but they don't pick it up, so then it goes in this pile. So there's this green or this yellow that I'm gonna look at, and probably, I don't know, I probably shouldn't bring any more paint home, but we'll see. So this is what this is. Eric, what do you think about that?
I like that color.
I don't know where it came. I mean, it was just sitting right there. Like it's kind of like a yellowish. It's like a limey yellow. Like
I like that.
You didn't even. Who made it?
Probably Joe. It's probably supposed to be yellow.
Are you gonna put that in there? What is this?
That goes for your sack.
Ooh. Frost Blue Pearl. All right. So this is. I don't know what's happening with this. This might be coming home with me. Damn it.
Nothing. I'm gonna do white.
We're in the Deltron bank today. Only the best for the Saabs. Do you think that's nice? Is that a nice color? Is that lame?
Not bad for a Saab.
I wish it was the same colors as my current Saab. It's like a little bit too dark, but no, it's alright.
Dog, it's expected to be.
So this is like, I don't know. This is basically the same color, but they messed up, I think. They mixed it weird. So this is that's the limey green looking one, and this is like a pastel green random looking thing. It's like a green version of Adam's car. All right, so we are back from going to DNS, and it's obviously a lot later based on the fact that it's dark up there instead of being light. So anyhow, I'll show you what I got from DNS in a second. Is I got this right here. I got this acid primer because we needed that. and I got that damn gallon of yellow, like, green crap. Some mixing things, and then I got me an actual legit spot weld cutter, because the one that I had previously just absolutely, this is 18 bucks, these are 18 bucks. We got some sticks and some strainers, because you know when you paint things. And then check out these guys. So these are those like little zip tie things that push in holes and they hold up wires and stuff. So I figured those are nice, and I need those because I broke a lot in the Saab. We got the blue. We got that Deltron, that Saab Nocturne blue, and then we got some more green gloves. If you guys wonder what kind of gloves I wear, it's these ones. They're like 12 bucks a box. I'll see if I can find them on Amazon. I'll put them in the link in the description. And then I got some hardener for some clear that I had, because I had some of this MC270 production clear, which production clear is basically it's for like production, like body shops and stuff. It's basically you could paint like a fender or hood or something like that. Not necessarily a whole car. I mean, you could do a whole car, but so when you paint this, that it's not just sitting around like tacky for like a day or whatever for it to fully cure. So you could pretty much work it in like 2 hours, and like they say, like polish and put it into use in like 2 hours, something like that. Like I said, I'm kind of disappointed that this thing has so many random little body things that are going on with it, because I really didn't want to like paint a bunch of things on here. I thought it'd be cool just to paint the front bumper and call it good. What I'm gonna have to end up doing, because this hood has a little bit of it's like faded right there. I don't know, it's like white. It's hard to tell right here in the video because it's not clean. But I think I'm just gonna scuff the hood, hit it with like 800, and then since it's already blue, and just re-clear the hood, and then so that'll look nice. It's rear bumper. So I don't know, this. I seriously thought like last week, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't know if you guys can see me up here. I think you guys like it when I stand here and talk. So I thought that last week I was just gonna be able to get this thing like close on Friday night, and then I'd come back Monday, smash the engine back in it, drill out all the spot welds, weld on all the front end crap. I'd put the bumper on. I'd paint the bumper today, and then assemble everything, and we'd have like a done Saab on Wednesday, and then I could start working on things. Because I'm planning on working on the Super this week. I already said it. It's too many. You know, you just got to expect it to take 5 times longer than what it is, and it looks like a damn bomb went off over here with all this Saab crap, and now I got to figure out what's good and what's it's crazy. If I could get away with not replacing these, it would be like I could pretty much just bolt this thing in here, since now I have the wiring harness on it, and just go. But I think these things are just being kind of finicky and weird, and I just want it to be nice. And I can mess with it for another hour, but by the time I did that, I'd almost have already been able to just cut and weld and all that other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling. I got shop snacks now. I got my shopping fix done for the day, and we're just gonna try to get this thing. So the goal is tonight. I guess the end goal for this video is I want to have it painted and looking pretty. That'll be probably the next video, so apologize about Saab things, but I love these damn Saabs. It seems like a lot of you guys actually like the Saab videos, but I think in general it's just the fact that I'm actually working on a car and like getting something done, and you can see progress, and I like making progress. And I like rambling too, so if you like me rambling too, give me a thumbs up. If you don't give me a thumbs down, because don't do that. Just leave me a comment and tell me quit rambling. But damn, look at that Mustang. I love this damn Mustang. I have a grill I'm gonna install for that, like one of the RTR grills. That'll be next. I'm gonna quit rambling. We're gonna get working on some Saabs. All right, so I'm ending up having to replace these shifter cables. Well, actually, I already pretty much got them replaced, or they're in the spot. So I robbed them out of this car, because the ones on here, I don't know, when I had the bracket loose, but I guess I didn't disconnect it fully, and you could see it actually broke it right there, and these things need to like slide forward and backward, or this thing needs to slide forward and backward. So this one didn't break. Oh no, that one broke too. So anyhow, I'm replacing those, so I got the whole this whole shifter assembly out right now, and I wouldn't have had to take it that far apart, but I had this short shifter kit. This is from Genuine Saab. I had this thing laying around, not laying around, this is actually ties. I bought 2 of them, because I bought one for my car. No, actually, I only bought one. So I bought one for my car because I didn't think my car had a short shift in it, and turns out it actually did. So I just left it in there. So I sold this one to Ty, and now it was just laying around the shop because he hasn't came by to install it. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and install it in this one, and I'll just buy another one. So pretty simple. This shifter setup. This thing is just super grimy and ugly. I don't know if I should just steal the one out of this car because it's like the shift boot and all that stuff is a little bit better, and it's actually not as messed up as this. But maybe I might do that. But you can see right here. So basically what you do is you cut off this little end right there. You cut that off and then you put this in, and then it has these 2 set screws, and then it basically just makes it a little bit longer so that it's a shorter throw. So yeah, I'm actually, because this trim, look how ugly that trim is. Good thing this car is like so clean, because it's like the interior and everything's really nice, the shifter and all that stuff. Look at the shift boot in here. Shift boot's nice. There's no bubbling, there's no crap. So the inside of here, I left the windows up, so it kind of stinks in there now. It kind of smells like kind of musty. But you can see how dirty this one is. Look at that. Super gross and nasty. So I don't know. I'm gonna steal that other one because this shift boot's gross, and I don't want to have to replace all that crap. And the shifter is probably just fine. So here we go. All right, so I've been kind of picking away at this thing, and seems like everything underneath it lined up good as far as like the subframe bolts and all that. So all that stuff is hooked up. I still need to hook up like the brakes and ABS sensors and a few things like that. But you know, since we're right here, I just want to go ahead and start it, and I guess see what it sounds like. And before I go too far and getting it like 100% back together, yeah. So I guess I'm gonna hop in it and see what it does. Alright, well that's gonna do it for today. I don't know, basically got it in there, got it running, so I'm happy about that. Took a little bit longer than I expected. Ended up, my dad kind of came down here and we started talking about some things, and kind of ended up bullshitting, and then you know how that goes. So, like I said in a previous video, or maybe in this video, my current wagon, my 06, is going to him. So that's going to be his car. I'm giving that to him. And then this is going to be my new daily, so this will be the 08 one. Yeah, that's pretty much the deal with that. That's like, I thought about it like 100 times. I'm like, damn, like I don't really need to do anything with these Saabs, you know, because I'm not like, there's not like a deadline. But I told him, you know, like months ago that I was gonna like give him that Saab and you know and fix these ones, because he's like wanted one of them. I let him drive it like a couple months ago. And ever since then, he's like been looking at them on Craigslist and like asking me if it's a good deal, and I'm just like, well, I have this one, and you know, all I gotta do is fix the other thing, and then I'll just give you this. So you know how that is. So it's like I needed to do it, but once that one's done, then I'll be able to give him that other one, and then I won't have to worry about that stuff, and then we can start Mustang things and these things. But yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little Saab thing. I didn't get a whole lot done, but at least it runs. So we're gonna be back here tomorrow. I'm gonna paint the bumper and do the whole front end stuff, and then hopefully tomorrow or the next day, probably within the next 2 days, it's gonna look like a car. I don't know. I really didn't want like this whole week to turn into like Saab week, but I guess it's Saab week, so that's you got to finish it. So that'll be it. See you guys later. Alright guys, another day, another Saab video. So back here, I basically need to get off these front end pieces. I decided I'm just gonna take these off and weld them on there so that they're nice. You know, basically every other project along this thing, I was like, well, I could do it this way, but I'm gonna do it the right way, and I'm gonna actually, you know, remove this whole thing and then install this other one. So that's what I'm gonna do, and it always takes me longer than I thought it was gonna, and that's exactly how this is gonna be. I have to remove this front crash support, and the bad thing about it is it has all of these spot welds, so it's actually spot welded on from the factory. So it'd be nice if it was just these 13mm bolts right there. Just buzz all them off, pull it off, and then drill these spot welds. No, it's a little bit more complicated than that. You can see over here, this fender's kind of messed up on the top because the hood, it's messed up right here on the side in the side skirt. So I'm gonna take the door, the side skirt, all that stuff off as well. Just makes it a whole lot easier, and I guess it doesn't make it a lot easier. It just makes sense because it's the same color, and you can go on there and all that other stuff. So, so yeah, that's I guess that's goals for the night. Goals for the night are remove. Bad thing is I have to do it on here too. Got to remove this one, got to remove that one, got to weld it on here, prime the little etch, etch prime the spots so they don't rust, and then put it all back together. So that's the plan as far as the front end, and then tomorrow is gonna be paint or something like, I don't know. I'm stupid. I'm tired of working on this damn Saab. So I just fired this thing up for the first time with the exhaust. So Dave helped me bleed the brakes, bleed the clutch, and then I still need to put coolant in it. But I went ahead and threw a battery in it, and I still need to hook up the mass airflow sensor and stuff like that going into the turbo. So that's just kind of open right now, but the intercooler piping is hooked up. Dave, will you get a little exhaust clip?
It's quiet. It's like,
I know it's quiet, but it
needs
it
like.
pretty much sounds like my other one. I feel like my other one's louder.
Yeah, your other one's louder. This one sounds like, I don't know. It sounds stock. I can't believe the cat's gutted. I can't believe the cat's gutted. Oh, look at all that water. Keep going.
How much water?
It's like as you start revving, more was coming out. The mufflers are probably have
Oh
water.
yeah, because it's flood car.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how much I want to rev it.
Well, yeah, because you don't have any coolant. That's funny. All right.
Alright guys, so I've been messing with it for a little while. So before I officially weld on these little top upper braces, I decided to go ahead and kind of mock everything up since this thing was kind of involved in a decent sized collision as far as the subframe and everything. I wanted to make sure everything was alright. So right now it kind of looks a little odd. So this hood hinge over here, he stretched the metal a little bit. You could see there's a crease right there. And so the hood hinge is up a little bit on this side, but when you lower the hood, so it's kind of getting close over here as far as the gap, and kind of going up here. You can see this gap is actually really tight right here, and that's a little bit tighter than it should be. So I think this is a little bit lower over here, and then this one is a little bit higher, because you can see the gap over here is just a lot different than what that one is over there, and then the gap on the hood. Sorry, I zoomed in, but yeah, you can see the gap over here is I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just these hood hinges being stupid, because these are actually the hood hinges off of this car, so I still do need to replace them off of that car, because those ones aren't messed up, and these ones kind of binded a little bit when even when we first put it on here. So yeah, that's that new Griffin bumper. All the grills and everything actually got here today, but I didn't go back home, and I wasn't able to pick them up. But yeah, this is kind of, I guess, where it's gonna be left for tonight. I don't know, I went and ate dinner it was my brother's girlfriend's birthday, so we went and ate dinner, kind of messed around, and then got back here. And you know, after it was such like a big meal, you know, like Texas Roadhouse, you're like lazy and you don't want to do anything. So yeah, I don't know, it's damn close. I mean, pretty much what I need to do is just paint the bumper and kind of do some other things. Like I said before, when I actually cleaned the other car, you could see how it's a little bit like discolored and white right there. I know it's hard to see, but it's a little bit discolored. These turbos get really, really hot, and I think it kind of helps, you know, burn the clear off of it or something like that. Since this car did go through a barbed wire fence, you could see all these little things going up the roof, and then I totally forgot about the roof right here. You could see where it scratched it, and it peeled the clear coat off of the roof, kind of going down the side. There's like a little ding in the quarter over here. The rear bumper is actually kind of beat up. I mean, just along the whole line. I mean, I'm pretty much gonna have to put like a little skim across that thing and block it out and make it nice. This quarter is kind of all right. There's a little ding down here, and then there's, like I said, this door has a little stuff in it. The front door is like perfect because it was off of the flood car, so that's on there and all good. Whereas, you know, previously it had that big dent in the bottom. Side skirts and everything are gonna be perfect because those are off the other car. Let's see, fenders are good, hood's good. The front bumper is gonna be super nice. This door over here, you can see it has a little bit of a scratch in the paint from this mirror, just kind of dragging, and then like that's kind of like a dusty spot from it just kind of rubbing on the clear coat. So I could probably polish that out, but I guess I'd have to see. And it has like this weird, you can see like they opened it into something that kind of creased it. So let's see, so that has the VIN number on it, but there's also the VIN number right there on this door, so I guess it don't really matter. I could swap the door off of this car because this door is like perfect, and you know, pretty much just like the rest of the car, other than the flood and the stink in there. So yeah, that's I guess my dilemma. I wish I could swap the back doors, but this right here is more square, and then it's square up here. I thought you'd almost be able to get away with like taking off the upper frame and swapping them, but they're completely different. That one kind of like ramps up a little bit in the back, and this one pretty much stays flat. Oh, I also got a rear latch because this latch doesn't latch. Some of the interior needs kind of replaced. Hopefully it's all there, but yeah, I don't know. I hope it's nothing major with the whole front end of this thing. Hopefully it's not like tweaked or messed up, but I guess we'll figure that out sometime this week. Again, I apologize about these the Saab videos. I never really wanted it to turn into like this whole week project. Literally, I thought worst case scenario I'd be assembling it tonight, Wednesday. So the plan was like get it all bolted to get the engine and tranny and everything in it, like running, driving on Monday. Figured I'd do like body work and paint the bumper. Basically, I thought I was only gonna have to paint the bumpers on Tuesday, and I was like, yeah, I'll come to the shop on Wednesday. I'll have the grills, I'll have everything, I'll assemble it. Wham bam, done. You know, just ran into a bunch of issues with the short shifter cables, wiring harness, now this little front end thing, and then part of me like looking at the car and seeing all these like little things like that in the roof and the little things down the side. I'm like, okay, well, you know, maybe I should paint the damn thing. And I'm like, if I'm gonna paint something again, I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed in this thing. I like I said, I wish it was moving along a little bit faster than it was, and not really kind of running into as many speed bumps. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. Like you said, I mean, honestly, I was planning on working on the Supra this week. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be done Wednesday. I'm gonna start sanding all this crap, and then I'll get this thing like done by like Friday, or like by the weekend, get it like resprayed at least. And I don't know, stuff happens. Now it's just like this Saab explosion right here. I got parts for the Mustang. The truck is still doing its finicky thing where it doesn't work when it's cold, like 160-degree coolant temp. It like doesn't move. There's something either up with the tuning or the ECU, or I don't know. As soon as it gets past 160-degree coolant temp, the thing rips. And I was actually filming like an alternate video today with it because I got a different tune for it, and it just like didn't go anywhere. Because I was just gonna like film that, install some parts on the Mustang, and that was gonna be the video. And then I was like, you know, that'll give me an extra couple days to kind of finish up this Saab, and then that other video didn't go anywhere. So here you guys are. I don't know. I like to complete things or get things done, but I guess I did start with a part 1, tearing this thing apart. So maybe I could do part 2, part 3, part 4 until it's all figured out. But yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling this time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in a couple days.